Good morning. How are you? I am in my jammies. Hoping everyone's doing well, getting some rest, and ready for a good weekend. So I thought I'd pop on here for a while for the weekend and go through Flawless 4. I'm just gonna apply my full face for you. We'll talk a little bit about it as we go through and see what questions anybody has. But I hope that this gives you some good takeaways for a nice weekend look. I'm actually going to be heading to work on a Friday and then ready to enjoy my weekend after that. But it's always fun to put on makeup and have a little time to yourself in the morning getting ready. So that's what I've got going on here. All right, so I've already prepped my face. I've cleansed with one of our hydrating cleansers. Actually, this is the Pore Perfecting Cleanser, the one that has the little beads in it, that has sort of that exfoliation property to it, and spritzed on my rose water, got my day cream on, which has SPF 20, and I am ready to rock. Oh, I exfoliated my lips too with lip exfoliator. Always love that. That lets my lipstick really apply really nice and smooth. So I'm gonna get started with some primer, and so of course our Touch Glories primer to let me kind of smooth my makeup on nice and easy, close up those pores, protect from the environment, and just put a little bit on the fingers there, rub it around, and then just get it nice and evenly all over the face. We just want to kind of focus on the areas where the foundation is going to lay the most, which is the main areas of the face, the cheeks, the chin, the nose, and the forehead. And then I kind of just carry some of any of the leftover down into my neck, because I do end up taking my foundation down the neck a little bit too. All right, so that is that. I'm going to put on some concealer. And the concealer is just a very small amount that I want to use. Show you that there. And I'm just going to apply that in a V. So I always kind of create the shape of the V first. And just kind of work my way down from there. So the V shape's gonna help pull my eyes out a little bit better. It won't let any of this product sit into my bags or lines. And that's easy enough. I'm using, actually this is a cream shadow brush, and I've just found that it's allowed me to really easily apply my concealer too. So kind of a little beauty hack there, using this cream brush. You can use your finger, or if you have a flat foundation brush, you can use it for that too. And you can even get a dedicated concealer brush. Yes, they make them. There is a brush for everything, my friends. And I'm just getting some residual on my nose where I know I always have some redness. Okay. And we're going to move on to foundation. This is our Mineral Touch Liquid Foundation. And I'm trying to clean up as I go. I don't want to be messy. Don't want to have to be putting a bunch of caps on later, but Liquid Touch Foundation. I've already shaken this up. You always want to actually clear the dropper out first and then shake the product. And it is ready for you, because it's going to balance out the ingredients and the minerals in there, so you get a nice even formulation going onto your brush. And of course I'm using my Flawless 4 foundation brush. This is called the Liquid Foundation Brush, if you ever try to find it on the site. Just dot that around, and then I put some in the well in the middle too. And this should be enough for the whole face. I just kind of dot this into the main areas and then just start working it in. Really important to have some good control over your brush, so you can kind of do like a circular movement with it and really get that foundation around into the different areas. I'm even getting some of this residual on top of my eyes too. So I don't have any eye primer with me, so that's sort of my next best thing. Okay, and then I'm just going to finish up on the jawline here, work a little bit down where I was putting that leftover primer. And there is my foundation. Don't need any more. Love it. All right, so I think the next thing that we want to do is work on some eye color, and I've brought my palette number 1 over here with me. Palette 1, everyone remembers, this is our beautiful neutral colors, and I'm going to start off with our deluxe brush. This is great for applying to the lids. I'm going to get that a little bit damp, and I'm going to go in, I think what I want to do is start with a color called Sincere, which is on the lighter spectrum. And I'm just gonna grab some Sincere color and apply to the lids. It's a nice light color. A kind of a beige with some shimmer to it. And I haven't really used this one much, so I wanted to give it some attention. Doing pretty good. I'm going to get that brush damp again. Go ahead and hit up the other eye. And I want to kind of balance out the two eyes and just make sure that they have about the same amount of color on there. So I'm going to go back, just make sure I've got that covered. I'm going to work that product just a little bit into the creases just to even it out. But I think that'll do it. Okay, next thing I want to do is grab my crease brush. Again, remember this is the one that's got the rounded end to it, sort of with like semi-loose bristles, but it's sort of the perfect shape to get into the crease with. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a color called Chipper right in the middle. Which is a great sort of medium to dark brown tone. This one doesn't have any shimmer in it. It's a matte color. So I just tap off that excess, and I'm going to start off in the corner and then start moving that color to the crease. Okay, go ahead and head up the other eye, tap off that excess, and you'll see I'm coloring in the corner of the lid first, just because that's where I want that initial color to drop in, and then just back and forth on the crease like this. Right. So, time to blend that out. So I'm going to grab a different brush for that purpose. I hope that I can get a hold of it, but this brush has got sort of an angle to it. Let's see if I can show everybody what the angle looks like. The other side of it's got actually sort of a regular sponge tip brush for eyeshadows for folks that like that, but I'm just cleaning it off, and I'm going to actually grab this color Elated at the very bottom here. And this is another matte color, so this is right next to Sincere as a beige, but it's also matte. So this one doesn't have the shimmer like Sincere does. And I'm going to use this color to blend out the dark chipper brown that I've put into the crease in the corners. And we got to do brows for sure. I hope I don't forget, because they're looking a little funky. Yeah, and this brush is dry, by the way, because I'm blending. Okay. just gonna grab a little bit more to put in the corners of the eye. Just kind of lighten that up and blend. And as I was doing my eye makeup, I was noticing a little tiny red spot that I want to zap with some, not really zap, but kind of cover up a little bit with some of the concealer. So I'm just gonna go right there, because otherwise that will just bug me. And I'm glad I didn't set this with powder, because that lets me to go ahead and just kind of add this in. All gone, Mr. Red Guy. Awesome. Love it. Looks like we got a little friend over here too. So I'm gonna cover that up. Awesome. Okay. So, easy eyes with palette 1. Really happy that that came out nice and even. And I'm gonna need some liner to go over that. So I'm actually gonna use Precarious, which is our navy blue liner. And it's a really deep color. And even though I've used brown as the colors on my lids and crease and brow bone, I think it's gonna look pretty nice. I haven't tried it before. But yeah, I think that's a nice color, even though it is a blue. Precarious, navy blue. Okay, get some in the under eye area. Awesome. Yay, I can see my eyes now. Exciting. All right, so let's do some brows, because I don't want to forget those puppies. And I'm just gonna brush with my brush stick, or I'm sorry, my brow stick. This is it right here. It's in medium. Just gonna brush those out. That way I can get the color right in between the brow hairs that I do have. And I'm just gonna start filling in with some quick flicks. And I don't think I'm going to need to do a lot, because I'm going to go over this with some brow gel to do some fill-in and save myself a little bit of time. Okay. Really kind of just wanted to connect the dots with those, and then just finish it up with my great brow gel. I love it. Such a perfect product to get this done quickly. And it's just so easy. You're really just brushing in the color, following the shape that you already have, but just filling in. So between the two products, the brow stick and the brow gel, I think it just does a nice job of kind of primping these brows for you nice and quick, huh? Okay, all set there. I'm gonna throw on some mascara as well. I'm just gonna go with my transplanting gel today, because I just want a nice daily look for my mascara. So that's what it looks like. And I'm just gonna glide that right on. I can even go on top of my lashes, get some extra product on there, extra boost. And same thing over here. go under. Let's get these bottom lashes really quick. I don't really need much. We're all set. So that pretty much does it for the eyes. Wonderful. So I'm going to put some lip color on, and I'm especially excited because it's my favorite thing with lips. I love our stiff upper lip stains, and this color happens to be Smoldering. So you're going to see it's kind of like a purpley color. I just think it's a lot of fun. So easy to apply. I absolutely adore it. I'll probably come back in afterwards and put a second coat just for fun and kicks and extra goodness. But that pretty much does it. And I'm just going to finish up with a little bit of powder and put on a little bit of blush too. So with our powder brush here, a lot of people don't know this, but you don't want to do this when you're putting on powder because you're getting like half of that product like flicking off your face. So you actually want to kind of set it on top. And if you just kind of pat it in, this is really the way that you want to do it. It took me a little while to change my habit, to go from flicking it off to placing it on my face because I was so used to it. You know, you get so used to a certain motion. And then when I worked in cosmetics, I figured out and learned this is the right way to do it. You got to place that powder right on. And it's going to help just take away some additional shinies I got going on. And just finish up with some blush, yeah. So for blush, let's see what we have here. I think I'm gonna try a color called Scandalous this time around. And it's one of the pinks. Let's see how we like it. I'm tapping that off nicely. I don't use a lot of blush, and so getting too much color on me scares me a little bit. Oh yeah, oh yeah. See, there's color right away. That's a lot of color, okay. I'm all right with it. I'm blending it out. We're gonna make it happen. I feel like I need to go back ever so carefully with a little bit more. And notice it is just going right on my cheeks. That's right where you want to put the blush, right on the cheeks. Okay, so yeah, that is our blusher in Scandalous, and I'm actually going to go back with my powder brush and just kind of soften that a little bit. And I will be happy with it at that point. And there we go. So we went from PJs and no face to PJs and full face and ready to put on a clothes for Friday and have a wonderful weekend. Thanks for joining me on this wow for the weekend. Hope it was helpful for everyone. Let me know what questions you have, and just enjoy. We'll see you later. Bye.